Okay, welcome to the Kaya and Mitches podcast. Today I have Kaya Lunau.
Hello.
How's it going, Kaya?
I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good. Still loving the summertime.
Yes, it's finally gotten like bearable outside.
And then it'll be over.
I know. I'm pissed.
I don't think I've ever noticed this tattoo.
Oh, it's a scorpion. I don't know. Is it?
I love it.
Thank you.
But it's like got...
It's like cutting up a heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like the shape of it. Like
Thanks.
it feels like it's like plant inspired.
That's interesting. I like found it. It's this artist, Larry the Knife. He's so good. But it was his flash. So I just found it. Like he had already drawn it.
What's a flash?
Flash is like when the artist draws the tattoos and like puts it in like their portfolio and then you can choose it. Because I'm really bad at like coming up with ideas for myself. So I prefer to just do it like that. But
yeah. No, I like that.
Thanks.
How many do you have?
I don't know anymore. Like I have this one and then I have a lot of them on my leg and stuff. I want to get more, but I don't have any money right now.
Yeah. How old were you for your first?
I got my first when I was 18. And my friend and I were at this place and we'd go there and like get piercings and stuff. And I was going to turn 18 in like 2 months. So I made a tattoo appointment, asked them to draw me a rose. And I got there and the rose was like this big. It was fucking huge. And I was like, okay. And then he did it and it's beautiful. It's my best tattoo for sure. It's big and lovely, but it's on my hip. So I'm not going to like.
Yeah. You don't have
out.
to. Okay. And now
I'll show you later.
Disrobe. I would get so many more views. It was just like a tattoo reveal.
Put it on the Patreon.
I feel like there must be a lot of I don't have any, so I'm not really like, I feel like it's a whole world that I'm not.
I don't even
of.
feel like I'm in it either. Like, I feel like it's a whole subculture, and if I go to a tattoo studio, I'm still like, I hope they think I'm cool, and like, I hope they think I'm funny.
Yeah.
Would you get one?
I wouldn't. I don't know. I think when they were starting to like be trendy in the 90s, like I was a teenager and like I feel like the girls that got them were so cool. I didn't even know like I was legally allowed to get it. Like I knew I turned 18 and I could, but I didn't think I was cool enough.
Yeah.
And then I think later I was just like, I'm too squeamish and weird to get one.
I got you. It's like, I feel like in the 90s too, like I was born in 96, but like looking back on that culture, it feels like it was a lot more hardcore at that time.
Like if you had a tattoo in like 98, you were like an artist. You designed the tattoo. Or like I remember my friend Janine worked at the tattoo parlor. Like she was like the girl in high school that all the other girls looked up to. You know?
Had tattoos in high school?
Yeah.
That's hardcore.
Yeah.
I knew people like that in my high school. And some guys had like neck tattoos. I was like, how are you doing that?
Okay. Neck tattoos.
It was intense.
I remember being in my 20s and I knew this guy who was from like the same neighborhood as one of the guys from Billy Talent.
Okay.
And he had gotten a neck tattoo. And my friend thought that somebody in Billy Talent shouldn't have a neck tattoo. Because he was like, how do you go to your grandmother's funeral if you have a neck tattoo?
What does that mean? Is that like a reference to a song?
Like he just thought like it was like too gangster. Even if you were in a band, you still couldn't have a neck tattoo.
What? But
because it was like 2003.
Is Billy Talent? I'm not super familiar, but aren't they like a punk band?
Yeah. Like they're who should have tattoos. But there was a moment when tattoos were still so weird.
Yeah. I will say the guys in my high school who had neck tattoos were very gangster vibes. Yeah. So it makes sense.
But now I've seen like women with like birds, you know, like flying up their neck. And you're like, you could wear that to the office.
It's just, it can be kind of pretty now. I don't know. I've never worked in an office. I know you're like corporate. Do people have neck tattoos in the office?
No, but I see like these like younger guys will have, they're totally dressed like how you think people dress in an office, but like their dress shirt is rolled up and they've got like tattoos.
Like peeking out.
And I'm like, oh, cool. Like, because you know, like work people always kind of lie. And I know when you're under a certain age, like you're spending your weekend like partying or playing video games. But then I'll be like, what'd you do this weekend? And they just lie to me? And I'm like, they'll be like, oh, I hung out with my family. And I'm like, no, just tell me if it was like.
Right. Is it because they want to like keep the facade? They don't know if they can like trust you yet.
Like, you have to be kind of friends before you're like, yeah, I was just stoned and playing World of Warcraft.
I get that. It's weird because I've never worked in an environment like that. And then like being in like stand-up, I just like word vomit.
You just get to be yourself all day.
Yeah. And like sometimes it's too much and maybe you shouldn't, but there's no like real repercussions.
So right now you're walking dogs.
Yes.
Is that the dream job?
I love it, but I'm kind of getting to the point where, not that I don't want to do it anymore, but I'm like hoping for something different. I kind of want to like, I want to change paths a little bit, but I don't have any like education or anything. But I love working with the dogs. They're so fun. But like, just like all jobs, there's like downsides to it for sure. Like I'm messy all the time and like my car smells like shit and I don't talk to anybody else all day except other dog walkers who are so weird. They're such freaks. It's
What's the stereotype of a dog walker?
They're just fucking crazy, dude. Like sometimes there are really good ethical ones and then there's other ones who like will walk like 12 dogs at one time. And I'm like, that's just like, it's too much.
How many dogs do you have at once?
Like legally, you're allowed 6 in the city of Toronto. But I do like 5 max if I just have a lot that day.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And then is it busy trying to like get the work or like dealing with the dog owners? Or
I kind of just had a little thing where a few of my clients moved, so I had to like replace them, and I'm finally like back to normal. So that was stressful, but it's like I was just talking shit about dog walkers. There are a lot that I do like, and because of that community, they helped me get clients, like just through like, it's a lot of word of mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of imagine the dog walking community would be like stand up in the sense
It
that
is.
like the people I like in stand up are like my favorite people.
Totally.
But then there's like the tail ends are just like people are so extreme.
Yeah, it's like, where did you come from? And like, how are people letting you come in their house?
I honestly think everyone should have to have like an emergency contact because some people you're like, we need to contact your people.
Like a tag?
Yes.
We need to let people know what you're doing out
like
here.
Mine would say like, I belong to June Mitches, who's my mother. You know, like this is a person you would call if I was being inappropriate.
Like one of those bumper stickers that's like, how's my driving?
Yes.
Like, how do I treat others? That's so funny. I was saying that about like landlords, because I told you I just moved into a new place, and like obviously they ask for like all your history, and like you have to have, I don't know, references and shit. But it's like, I'm moving to this person's house. I don't know this man. He could be like a psycho, and I don't get to ask
cameras.
Yeah, I don't get to ask the tenants who just moved out what is he like and like what happened. This landlord seems like really nice. My last one was like a slumlord, but this one, he's so nice to the point that I'm like kind of skeptical of it. I don't know if it's just my nature.
Yeah.
But like the last time we saw him was like the day after move-in, and we like walked him around the house, and we were like, hey, like this is kind of wonky and this needs to be fixed. He's like, no problem, I'll get my guy over, blah blah blah. And then we were chatting with him at the end, and he was like, okay guys, like I'm so excited for this, like thank you so much, call me if you need anything. And then I went to shake his hand, and he leaned in and hugged me.
Oh shit.
And then he hugged my sister, but it wasn't like a creepy man hug, it was like a nice dad hug.
Okay.
So I was like, what the fuck is this? Like,
yeah.
Who behaves like this? I think it's genuine, but I've never met anybody like that.
Yeah, it's hard when you don't know how to place someone.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll either be
helpful.
Funny down the road because you'll be like, remember when we didn't know if he was cool?
Right.
Or it's the beginning of life. And then we found the cameras.
Exactly. This is like the red flag number 1, maybe.
Fuck.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff with landlord. I think they should have a price history so you know what the rent has been.
That's interesting. I wonder if you can look that up for like the property.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think you can. Like, I know you can with like buying a home.
Sure, that makes sense. But if you're just renting,
no.
It's like, why do they get to look at my credit history if I can't look at
Yeah.
their credit history?
Yeah.
It's dumb.
Anyway, I could think we could have a whole weekly podcast on like rental crisis.
Do you follow? Are you on Reddit at all?
No, I land there often because I'm looking something up, but I don't have like a regular spot I go to.
Yeah, I just downloaded the app and I feel like it's a turning point in my life because I don't want to be like a Redditor, but I love it. And
it's good. Like
it's good, but I feel like there's a stigma around it.
Yeah.
It feels like incel-y sometimes. But they do have a lot of cool threads. Like they have one called Apartment Living, and people will like, or it's something called like Shitty Apartments or something, but people will post like rental things like on Facebook Marketplace of like, look at this shit apartment, how much it is. And a lot of the time it's from like Toronto and Vancouver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So it's fun.
There's so many people in our city right now just like inhaling mold and paying through the roof to do it. It's so sad.
I forgot about mold.
Do you like your place though? Your new place?
I love it. It's like, it's a house and we have the main floor and the basement, which is where like our bedrooms are. And then the main floor, it's like really nice kitchen, living room, dining room. And then we have a backyard. It's the first time I've had a backyard. To myself, like in my adult life, and it's really nice.
How many are you?
Just me and my sister.
Amazing.
It's a good time.
Yeah. Are there other sisters in the family?
There's an older sister, and then I live with the younger sister.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're the middle?
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes. You have sisters.
Yeah, I'm the youngest of 4 kids, and there's two sisters and a brother.
The brother, the oldest?
He's the second oldest.
Nice.
You always want the oldest in the family to be one of the sisters.
I agree.
Then it's like she's like boss number 2 after like the parents.
Yes, and that's what you want.
She sets the tone.
Yeah.
And my most maternal sister is like the oldest one.
That's nice. My older sister is, I love her, but she's not maternal.
Are you?
I think I am with my younger sister, like when we were growing up, because she's 4 years younger than me, and then my older sister's a year older than me, so we were just like
Were you
twins.
guys a pair?
Me and my older sister?
Yeah.
Yeah, my parents had us do everything together. They like dressed us the same. We shared a bedroom till we were like 17.
Does she have a name that sounds like yours?
No, her name is, it's so funny, we were talking about this to someone at Comedy Bar, because like the 3 of us went to go, because I had a show. And it goes Renee, Kaya, Reese. And it was originally supposed to be all ours. And I was supposed to be like Rachel or Rebecca.
Oh.
But then my mom just decided last minute to name me Kaya because she just liked it.
Yeah. I love, those are really good names.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
They're nice names. I never really, I don't know. I don't meet other people named Reese or Renee. So I don't have anything to like.
Yeah, I've met some Renees, but I never meet like a Kaya or a Reese.
No, every Kaya I meet is either like a baby or like a toddler or like a dog, which is like, I'm fine with that demographic.
I'm from like the generation where people still have like, your names are just like Melissa and Allison.
I think those are nice names. I like a classic name.
See, I guess I'm from the generation of people that named people cooler things. So if I had a daughter, she would have like a...
What would you name your daughter?
Oh my God. I was thinking about this the other day that like I had this fish when I was like 5 years old that was named Crystal. Like, that's a good name. No, I think it like became a very white trash name. Yeah. And then when I was a little kid, I really wanted to be named Ashley or Brittany.
Me too. I wanted to be a blonde girl named Nikki from like birth to like 13.
Oh my God. A blonde girl named Nikki used to be like the most powerful girl in the world.
Literally. I wanted to be iconic. I wanted to wear like choker necklaces and stuff. And it just wasn't who I was. It wasn't what I had access to. And I'm grateful for it. I think it changes you in a way if your parents let you bleach your hair at 10 years old.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Everyone has to like have a phase where they didn't like, I don't know, like their height or their hair color. Yeah. And then like, you're like, you know, like I had the moment when I was like, I think I like that my boobs are small. Sure. I think that's like my vibe. Yeah. And then, and now you're set.
Yeah. It's like you kind of, you're kind of in this body, and it's like, obviously you're growing up and it's changing, and you're like, look at all those hot ladies on TV, I want to look like that. And then eventually you realize, like, oh, it's all just part of me, and I am who I am partly because of the body, you know? Yeah.
And I think just, like, being happy with it is the thing that makes people hot.
I agree. Did what I just say, like, was that not body positive?
We are a body positive.
Okay. I just thought back and I was like, you are who you are because of how you look. And that maybe didn't sound great.
Oh, yeah. No, but it's like you're rooted in your body. So it's not.
It's like the vehicle that you're in this on this planet, and I think that's really, it can be really powerful. And
I hope when I say this I don't sound stoned, but like sometimes I think, like, because of the whole artificial intelligence thing, like a computer can't have a personality,
right?
Or like if a tiger had consciousness, it wouldn't have the same consciousness as us,
right? So
it's like a computer would need to be like rooted in some kind of body that like experiences the world, and then that would define its consciousness.
I totally agree. I have never thought about it that way, but I think that's said perfectly, because I think what makes people, and like I guess a tiger is how you interact with the environment, how the environment interacts with you, because it's obviously we would have different personalities or perspectives if we were like 300-pound men.
Yeah.
Right. I'm really grateful for this new era of like girls girl and like body positivity. Yeah. It's really helped me as I've gotten, okay, did you go through this in like, because I'm like turning 30 this year, but in my late 20s I feel like I went through like a second puberty where my body just like started to fill out in certain ways, and if it wasn't for the body positivity online, I think I would have like developed an eating disorder for sure.
Yeah, because I think about that like every so often. I have to like, or I choose to like reduce my weight a little, but like I never go below a part that used to be somewhere I would never go up to. Yeah. But it was just like, I don't want to be what I was in my early 20s, because because that was also like the height of like
skinny culture.
Yeah. Yeah. But also like, and I would, I don't, there is something in a woman that's, you have your woman's body. And even if you have a little frame, it's bigger. Because you're bigger in your late 20s, and you should never go back to where you were at 25 and under.
Yeah, because it's just, that's not what your body can even do anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. That's your child's body.
Your child's
and
body.
I also think like 15 to 25 is still, like under 25, like as soon as I turned, I think I was 31, and I had I dated a 21-year-old for like a few months. And I was like, and I don't mean this as an insult to him, but I was like, I'll never date under 25 again, because that's where adults start.
It's very jarring as well. Like, even I don't know any 21-year-olds, I guess, other than like comedy. But yeah, it's, when you see like 21-year-old boys now, it's like, they look like babies. Some of them, they're still like, they can be like attractive and cute and stuff. Yeah. But yeah, it's like when I talk to them, I'm like, I don't know. I feel so old. Yeah. I feel like embarrassed because I just feel like I'm so old and you're so like young and hip and cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And the feeling is kind of like, I hope you, like, I wish you well on your journey.
Yeah. Exactly. It's like, I hope I can be like some kind of milestone for you in your youth, and you can look back on this. Feel like you learned something, you know?
So funny. So you got into comedy, I think, about a year before me.
Yes.
Do you think we were part of like kind of like a big change in comedy?
Yeah, I really feel that, because when I started, oh my God, I guess it was 2022. I started about like May 2022, and I just remember it was when, oh my God, what was that club? I'm gonna totally forget it. It was at
Nothing Fancy?
Yeah, thank you. It was Nothing Fancy, and I remember going to that mic on Tuesdays, and it was fucking packed. There were so many people, and I would like do the mic hopping and stuff, and everybody I spoke to, like every open micer who had been doing it for a few years, was like, it was so different before COVID, and talking about Zoom open mics and all this shit. And I was like, I've never done a Zoom open mic. And they were like, you're so lucky. And it feels like I literally got into it right when things started to be like public again and open. And I'll talk to comics who were doing it before COVID, and the way they talk about it feels so different.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm pretty jealous, but I'm also in a way grateful because I don't have anything to compare it to now. Like, this is just our normal.
Yeah.
And I feel like if it was better before, I would be like really sad, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do kind of have certain, like, I like talking to people who were there for the earlier times because it does sound interesting. But it sounds like there was like a lot of toxicity.
I agree.
Then COVID happened and it was just like chaos. Although some of that like park stuff sounds interesting.
Yes.
But then, yeah, then it sounds like kind of like the year you started was when like a lot of women started.
Yeah.
So when I started, like I was always seeing women at like every mic. So I was like, oh, this isn't
scary. Like, I thought I'd be the only woman in a room of like 60 men all the time.
And if a mic's going to like 1 or 2 in the morning, that's not maybe like the funnest vibe.
Yeah. But like there'll still be like one girl there at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you're right. Like, there are a lot of girls who start around the same time as us, and I'm really grateful for that. But then, yeah, I'm like, I have no reference for what it was like before.
Yeah.
Like, who are the women who have been doing this for like 7-10 years and just roughing it on their own?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kudos to them.
Yeah, they're like, they have like scars inside of them.
They earned that shit. Not to like say all the guys in comedy are bad, obviously.
No.
But like, I remember I went to this, my dad's a firefighter, so when I was a kid, he sent me to firefighter camp, which was just a week-long camp. I hated it.
This sounds amazing.
I hated it. I'm not like a rough, like, tomboy or whatever.
Yeah.
I just dress like this. And so I think I must have been like 10, and he sends me to this camp, and it's a week long, and it's not a sleepaway camp. It's just a day camp. And I was the only girl in this group of like 20 boys for the whole week, and I was pissed right from the beginning.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. They were still nice. They weren't like dicks or anything, but I just wanted a girl to be like...
No, I remember playing like house league basketball outside of school in grade 6, and there was 2 girls on my team, but the rest were boys. And I hate everything that's boys, you know, like...
Yeah, especially in sports, it can be...
It's just even like tough. After that year, we played on a lot of like, there was this like program that did a lot of basketball stuff for just girls. And I can remember like, you would walk into the gym and I would like it. Because it's just all these girls and we're all getting lined up in a row and doing our layups. But like, when I walk into a boy-themed anything, I'm just like, oh, this is... I hate this.
I feel like this like air of like competition that like doesn't feel sportsman-like.
Yeah.
You know? I don't really know how to describe it. And I don't want to like shit on men.
No.
It is a reality like that we feel this way, but like I don't know if it's always... Anyways, there's so many layers we can go into this. But yeah, I feel the same way. And my little sister, she played like rep softball like her whole life. And so she'll play like beer league softball now, like 3-pitch and stuff. And like a month ago, her friend, they needed a sub. And she doesn't play for this team. They just need a sub. So Reese went to play, and it was a co-ed league. And in the first like inning, Reese is playing a base, and the ball comes to her, so she goes to get it. And this asshole who was running the bases on the other team, he's like 200 pounds, and he just ran right over her. What? Like, ran into her. She said they both tumbled in the dirt, and then she had to leave after, and she had a bruised rib for like 2 weeks.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and I'm like, why are we doing this, man? Like, can you please just calm down or just look up and realize I think that's what it is with like playing sports with men, or just like these kind of like arenas where it's like, just realize I'm a little smaller than you, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like ease up a little bit. Do you ever go to a dance club and there's like a group of like men dancing and it's the scariest thing? Because they'll just like, don't do it. It's scary. I don't really go to clubs anymore, but it was terrible.
Yeah. I just feel like when I was in clubs, if there was dancing, there was not a lot of men.
There's a lot of men now.
Well, that's good. I'm glad they're dancing.
I'm glad they're dancing. I'm glad they're having fun out there.
And I feel like my favorite places in comedy are mixed. Like, a room that's half and half, male and female, has my favorite vibe.
Yeah, I agree.
But anything that's, like, super male is, like, not a place for me.
Yeah, it's definitely a case-by-case basis, and, like, what men are there. Like, if I do know them well and I do like them.
Yeah.
But then it is hard to, like, kind of get into the conversation or, like, join them what they're talking, because I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Like, ever. So, yeah.
Did you know growing up that you would do comedy someday?
No, I was terrified of, like, speaking to people in general, and, like, I hated public speaking. But when I was, like, 18, I started serving at Eastside Marrows, and I worked there for, like, 4 years. But serving weirdly really helped me, like, kind of perform for people in a way, and, like, know when to turn it on and stuff. And I've always been a writer, like, never, like, officially, like, published or anything, but I've always done that. And I really started getting interested in comedy writing, like TV writing. And I looked at all these people who I looked up to, like BJ Novak. He started with stand-up. And so I was like, oh, you don't have to go to school. You can just, like, start with stand-up. Cool. So I started doing that for that reason.
Yeah.
And I'm shocked how much I was shocked how much I liked performing. And it feels like a way of, like, because I feel socially anxious, but then I'll go there and it's like I get to be this, like, fun, like, exaggerated version of myself, and, like, feels like nothing can hurt me in a way. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
That's amazing.
Thanks.
I feel like there is something in every comic's, like, nervous system that just likes being on a stage.
Yeah.
And it's funny how much it overlaps with people who don't, like, some people do really like socializing, but there's a lot of people, like,
who feel that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think I do like this scene for that, because it is just a bunch of, like, freaks and weirdos, and I feel that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
love
fun.
that. Yeah.
What were you, so you were always into writing. Were you, like, a big reader as a kid?
No. I wasn't. I just would, like, I think a lot of it started with, like, in, like, elementary school when they would be like, write a fucking short story or whatever, and mine would always be, like, 20 pages too long. And so it kind of just became a habit like that, and then I started doing it in my free time. And then as I got, like, in my teens and, like, early 20s, I would read a lot. And then I haven't read a book in so long. I want to get back into it. You have a whole stack of books here.
Yeah.
Are you a reader?
I'm a huge reader, although part of this is because when I started comedy, my brother-in-law got me, like, 3 memoirs.
That's so nice.
On comedy, and then I already had, like, the Tina Fey and the Lena Dunham.
Yeah.
I do really like a memoir, and, like, knowing how people think and, like, do the things they do.
Yeah. The only memoir I've read is Stephen King's On Writing.
Okay, that's on my to-read list.
Really good. It's, like, the first, I think, maybe, like, half or 60% is, like, his memoir about his life. Or wait, maybe it goes the other way. Whatever. One half is writing advice, and then the second half is, like, about his life.
And both sections good?
Very good. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Which one of these is your favorite?
I think Tina Fey's, like, I've bought that for other people. Like, I think, and she kind of defined that whole, I think, the comedy, maybe not. For me, she was, like, the first one I read, and I was like, this is genius.
Yeah.
Because it's legitimately funny, but I also like her a lot as a person. I didn't know I would get into comedy when I was reading it, but it just felt like great life advice for a person.
So you read this before you did stand-up?
Yeah, like, I think I was in my late 20s when I read it.
Did you want to do stand-up, like, forever?
No, it never occurred to me. I always thought, like, at some point in my life I would write a novel, and then maybe in my 20s I was like, or maybe just a screenplay. And then the stand-up kind of happened. I was, like, taking classes through Second City, and I thought when I took my stand-up class it would be, like, just to get better at writing jokes for a funny screenplay I was writing. Yeah. And then I was surprised I liked it.
Yeah. What made you... Okay, so you wanted to take classes to help with the screenplay?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and then, well, I think I was just taking an improv class because it was post-COVID and I needed to get out of the house.
Sure.
And I was a little mentally unwell. And then I was like, oh, they have a sketch comedy writing class. Like, that'll get me writing small stuff.
Yeah.
And then I took the screenwriting. And I also thought when I did the stand-up class, like, it would be a once-in-a-lifetime thing to get up and do stand-up. And I'd probably fail, but it would be a life experience.
Yeah. I love that. That's so sick. I've thought, I don't know, improv just seems so hard and scary and so different from stand-up, but do you want to do more of that?
I think if I had more money, I'd probably always do like a improv class just because I think it's good, like going to the gym, you know, like it's good for like for mental health and playfulness. I think I do want to go into it, but I also feel like I don't know, like I don't know if I want to like break into like the improv and like sketch scene because that feels like its own world. That's very daunting.
Yeah. I took a sketch course, I think it was like my second year of stand-up, and it was Toronto Sketch Comedy. It was like the first time they were doing this course, and it was run by these two guys, Pete and Taylor, and I love them. And so we were like the first class, and it was me and these 3 other people, Jim, Puv, and Maddie, and we did like, I think it was maybe 3 or 4 months where we like wrote sketches together and filmed them and like rehearsed and stuff, and we're still all like really close friends to this day, and they're still in the sketch group, but I like stepped away for stand-up. But yeah, it really like taught me a lot. Like sketch is hard, and like writing scripts is hard, and I'm not very good at it.
Yeah.
And did you feel this way? I feel like I'm gonna like, this is like a bad look, but I like being the only one on stage. I feel like I just know what to do. So when there's other people around, I'm like trying to memorize and like knowing what you're gonna say after their line. It's like, so people who do that, I'm just so impressed.
Yeah. I've done a lot of like, I've done just like straight acting classes and some acting, and it's very hard to like, you have to be like present with the other person. So if I know like I'm gonna say something and then you're gonna get mad at it and then I'm gonna be surprised you're mad, it's like it's hard knowing that and then have it happen naturally. And it's, I think like there's all this stuff about being present with another person. It's like, well, if I could be present with another person, I have a whole different better life and I wouldn't be here.
It's like, I feel like I could turn that on, but it's like, either I'm being present with you or I'm trying to remember my lines. Like, which is it and how do I do both?
Yes.
Yeah, so I don't know how to do that.
I feel like one of the reasons that I'm funny is like the part of my mind that can do stuff and accomplish things. When that's on, it's like locked the fuck in. Yeah. So like I'm present with things usually because things are going bad and then I let go and then I'm laughing. And it's like, I don't know, I feel like there's a kind of fluidity that people have that's better for like acting, that's like having some better connection between those two sides of the brain.
I feel that so hard. I like have this thing where like in normal life and normal day, like little things will stress me out and like I'm kind of like always scatterbrained and like a little anxious. But then if something really intense and like scary is happening and you have to deal with it in the moment, I'm like the coolest cucumber. I'm like know exactly what to do. Like one time a squirrel got into our house and I was just like, it's all good. Like we know what to do. And then once it was over, I like screamed and like cried. It was so stressful. Yeah. But I feel like that maybe is kind of what stand-up is. It's like when you're in the moment on stage, you have to like, you have to keep your shit together.
Like, it's like the performance side of you kicks in and is really good at stuff.
Like,
but it's probably the same thing. Like if a person drives an ambulance, like they probably go into the same side of their brain. Yes. But then like when they're not at work, they're not necessarily as competent.
They're not in that mode. Yeah. I like that you just compared us to like ambulance drivers.
I mean,
we are. What we do is hard. Making people laugh is just as important. Oh my god, I had a weird show last week, and it was just like a weekday show. But it was fun. Like, I had a good time, but it was like, I didn't do as good as I wanted to, but like, whatever. And then this audience member, I saw her in the bathroom after the show, and she was like, oh my God, you were so good. Just like, have confidence. And I was like, it was just the worst.
Oh my God.
Did you ever have that?
Did you hate her?
I didn't.
Like, you could tell she was being nice.
Of course. And like, you can always tell they're being nice. Like, if you ever had an audience member when you're bombing call out and be like, you're doing great.
No.
What?
That would throttle
No, me
them.
neither. No, I've never had that. No, it's hell, dog. And again, I know it's coming from a good place, but it's like, like, if I trip in public, I don't want anyone to ask me if I'm okay.
Yeah.
Just leave me alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretend it didn't happen.
Pretend it didn't happen. Look away.
That's like another one of my not my problems. Like, I know to do it and I do it, but the like where you have to acknowledge things on the stage.
Yeah.
Because if I was walking down the street and I tripped, I would just act like nothing had happened. And
Yeah.
when you make mistakes or something weird happens in the room, you have to be like, this is fun. I'm fun. I think this is hilarious.
Yeah.
And some comedians really, they'll almost like make it worse because they're having fun with how stupid everything is. And I'm like, I want to go home.
Yeah. It's like, it's too much. Like, talk about it, but then to like keep going, you know?
Yeah.
No, I think that comes with time. Like, I think I'm not great at it. Like, I'm not really good at like crowd work and stuff. And like, sometimes I'll be on and it'll just happen to work out that way. But yeah, like, I'll see pros who have been doing it for like 15, 20 years and they're just like rolling with the punches. And yeah, I think it's just a time thing.
Yeah.
As we go on. Yeah. Do you think you'll do this forever?
I do. I kind of think though it's kind of like being in shape. Like I think when you're in shape, you're like, oh, I'll always be in shape. And then there's another point where you're not in shape anymore and you're like, oops.
It like ebbs and flows.
You have to, like, it is a lot of effort to keep it going. And then once you're out of it, I think it's hard to get back in.
Yeah. I kind of had a moment recently where I just like wasn't writing a lot and like I'm trying to like write more and I have written a few new jokes recently, but it's just like it's fucking hard and like I hate everything that I'm doing right now.
I've been struggling with writing lately. A couple years ago, like, I did classes when I started, and then I think like 2 years in I did another class because I wasn't writing anything. And
you did a writing class?
Like a stand-up class.
Okay.
So it was like my third stand-up class. I already knew how to do stand-up, but I was just like, I knew I'd get 5 minutes out of it.
Yeah, that's a good technique, actually.
Yeah. But I think, like, it's also an expensive way to write 5 minutes.
How much was it?
It was like $500.
What?
Yeah.
How long was the course?
It was like 6 weeks.
Okay. That's a long time.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
But I feel like next time, and maybe I'll do it later this year, I just need to get... I might get like a writing group together.
Yeah.
Or
I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I think everyone is like different with what helps them, but like I don't know. I just keep trying to sit down and like push through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like... Okay, for a while I had like a thing where like I was always bringing new material because I had it in my mind like I do smalls on Monday and that's like where I bring new material. So sometimes I just bring garbage that I wrote on the way to smalls.
Yeah.
But then I fell out of that. So I need something else that's like getting me to write. Okay, so this is also a thing where I think my early stand-up was very like, here's a bunch of my opinions on something. Then I would intentionally come up with a story. So like, what's something big in my life that I can tell a story about? And now I think I need to tell more stories that are smaller stories, like where it's not like how I ended up in rehab, but more like just like, oh, I was struggling with a jar of pickles this morning. Like,
right.
Because that is an important thing in stand-up too, is like little shit.
I agree, like little observations, and I've kind of come to the same conclusion that not everything needs to be brought back to me in like this deep personal way. Like I can just make a joke about like a tree.
Yeah. But like even like some stuff you want to tell about yourself that's small stuff. Like not like, oh, I have a drinking problem, but just like I don't know, like
tell me a small thing.
What's a small thing about me? That's maybe the thing. I can't think of anything.
On the way here, like as I was getting ready, I was like, what the fuck am I going to talk about? Like, I don't know myself at all.
Do you think you know yourself better
from doing stand-up? Definitely. I was like, I think it's partly like, as I'm, like, the age I was before, like, I was like, before 25, I was just like I was a disaster. But like, as I started doing stand-up and I was 25 and like I was getting older and doing something cool that I loved, it all helped me like mature and like start to think differently about myself and just like feel more confident and stuff. But yeah. Okay, tell me a little thing about you.
A little thing about me. I don't know any of my neighbors.
Okay, how long have you lived here?
A year and a bit.
Okay, that's not too bad. You haven't like seen anyone in the hallway?
But I just like, I have a weird like tunnel vision, and I feel like I like always have my headphones on and I like avoid talking to people. I feel like that's...
Is it intentional?
It's like I want to know people, but then I don't.
I kind of have a similar vibe of like, I want to know people, but I'm worried if I get to know my neighbor and then they're like a weirdo freak who wants to cling to me and now they know where I live. But maybe that's just us catastrophizing. Like, as I'm saying, I'm like, wow, that's pretty extreme. You know what's so funny is when I was walking down the hallway and I was like obviously looking for your door, and then your next door neighbor, I thought it was your door because it was cracked open. So I was like, oh, she left the door cracked for me. Then I saw obviously the number wasn't the number, but then the door was cracked open with a shoe, like at eye level.
Yeah.
Oh, you've seen that?
I saw that.
What are they doing?
I don't know. There's another guy in the hall who leaves his door open because his cat is out in the hall.
That's fucked up.
But I don't know why the next door neighbor does it. And if it's... okay, I did briefly meet that person.
The cat person?
The one with the shoe.
Yeah.
But not the cat person. So she has this huge white dog.
Okay.
That's deaf and blind.
Oh, is it a Great Dane?
I don't know what it is.
Okay.
It could... I don't...
I worked at a vet
might
and there
be
was
in
a
that
big...
family.
Okay. Is it furry?
It's like a short.
Okay.
Are Great Danes furry?
No,
this is like one of those short
coat, but it's like a big dog.
Just like a horse of a dog.
I think it might be this dog. I worked at a vet like 5 years ago, and it was like, she was a good girl. Like there was nothing wrong with her. But yeah, what's with the deaf dog?
I don't know. And I feel like there's a lot of people in my building who have like a broken dog. And then there's like one girl, okay, I saw her she had like a baby, like she was pulling this thing and it was zipped up and it had a dog in it, and the dog was like a bad dog. He was like freaking out.
Oh no.
And then I saw her later, she had a cat on a leash. Okay. And then I saw her a third time and she had a really tall dog with a broken leg.
Wait.
And that's when I found out she volunteers for the Humane Society.
Okay.
So she always has, like, she's fostering pets for them.
That's cute.
But we live near the Humane Society, so I think there's a lot of people in the building who are, like, they're getting they have a temporary dog or they're getting their dogs permanently
from the Humane Society. That's so interesting. So you're living in, like, a halfway house for animals.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And I'm, like, do you know when you're in a group of people, but you're not one of the good ones? Like, I wouldn't have a healthy, like, purebred dog because I'd be like, I don't know, that's a lot of work.
Right.
But and then people are like, have a blind, deaf dog.
Mm-hmm. And then they're like, yeah, I feed it every 20 minutes. And
So, do you have a dog?
I have 2 cats.
Okay.
So, when I first moved to the city, I was like 20, and I came here with my boyfriend at the time, and we found this great apartment right across the street from Moss Park. And I didn't know Toronto at all, so I thought all of Toronto was like Moss Park.
Where did you grow up?
In Whitby.
Okay.
So like I've been to the city, but I didn't know like the neighborhoods or the vibe.
And then you just moved to Moss Park.
Yeah, man. And it was like nobody ever really bothered me. Like there was maybe like 1 or 2 like scary instances, but like nothing bad happened. But obviously it was like there was a lot of activity all the time. And I was like, this is just Toronto. Like, everyone's passed out on the sidewalk. It is what it is.
That vibe is spreading a bit.
I know. That's why I like the East End so much. It's a little less...
Are you in the East End now?
Yeah, I live like Riverdale.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's awesome. I've been living in the East End like in different areas for like 5 years, and it's the best. Okay, yeah, but I have 2 cats. So when we first moved to this apartment, it was like an old building with like 5 tenants, and the superintendent was like, yeah, you can have like no dogs, but like you can have cats. So that was like the first pet either of us had on our own. So yeah, we got this cat. We got this cat for free from my coworker at the dog daycare. She was moving, and she was like, do you want my cat and my couch? And I was like, yeah. And they've both been great this whole time. And then I got a second cat maybe like 5 years ago, and he's the best, but they don't really get along.
Oh.
But
how did he come into your life?
I wanted a second cat for my OG cat to have a buddy.
Oh, shit.
But I didn't know this is my fault. I didn't know anything about cat breeds. I knew about dog breeds, so I don't know why I didn't just apply the same logic. But I was like, a cat to cat, and like, cats are all the same. But he's like, he's a Siamese, but he's a flame point Siamese. So they're like white, but with like orange, like little like paws and a nose. So when I saw his profile, I was like, oh, it's a white cat. Cool. And I got him. And he's like a dog. Like he's just a dog. Like I love him so much, but he's obsessed with my OG cat, and she doesn't fuck with him.
She's a cat.
She's a cat, and he's a dog cat. But they're both really good, and I love them.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a fan of the doggy kind of cats. Like,
That's
I like
fair.
a classic.
Like a classic
leave
cat.
me alone.
I got
She's
you.
got a lot of snobbery.
I have the same vibe. Like, I have love for them both, but yeah, I love a cat. It's like living with a little ghost. Like, when are you gonna come out? I don't know. It's fun. Would you get a cat?
I had a cat, and I probably wouldn't do it again, but it is a nice vibe.
It is.
Yeah.
Would you foster a cat? Like the Humane Society? Maybe not a broken one,
Like,
but like...
honestly, for the short duration, maybe.
Yeah.
It's only got a year or two left. Actually, Sergey Kitpis does, like, pet... I guess it's like pet sitting, but like he'll go
Cute.
stay at someone's house for the weekend to keep their cat company.
I'll do that. I'll do that with dogs. I've never done it with a cat. I feel like sometimes when I dog sit for people, I'm like, fuck, I kind of feel guilty charging them because I'm just watching TV with their dog. Like, obviously, we're going on walks and like...
Yeah.
But like with a cat, I would feel so guilty because I'm like, I haven't seen the cat in like 3 hours, but I'm getting paid.
Do you ever pet sit for someone who has an amazing house?
I've never pet sat for anyone with an amazing house. That's like the dream. But my friends, they live in the West End at like Jane Station, and they have a beautiful apartment that they got during COVID, so it was like COVID pricing. It's huge and gorgeous, and I love spending the weekends there with their dogs. I feel like I'm cosplaying like a real city girl, and like yeah, it's fun.
I love that. Fuck.
Yeah.
More housing.
That's what it is. It's just kind of like, ooh, wouldn't this be nice? How long have you lived here?
I've been here. I moved here in the spring of, so a year and a summer.
Okay, where were you before?
I was near Bay and Bloor.
Okay.
Young and Bloor.
Yeah.
Yeah, Young and Bloor for like, I think I was at my last place for like 9 years.
Whoa, at Bay and Bloor?
Yeah.
It's kind of like in the thick of it.
Yeah, it's like such a like non-neighborhood, and I basically the place I was living in, I was getting kicked out, and then I just found a unit I could afford and that looked nice, and it happened to be there. But I was like, it was a weird thing to move. It's weird to live on Yonge Street.
I agree.
No one's like, that's my hood.
It's like that feels like kind of just like a center point for a lot of, it's like you got to get to Yonge Street to get to somewhere else.
Yeah. But it is the best place because you're on both train lines.
Totally.
So now I take like the streetcar to get to the
Takes
train.
fucking forever.
Yeah.
I feel the same. It's like I'll take an Uber to the subway station, and then once I'm at the subway, it's like, oh, like out from my house to Comedy Bar, it's 30 minutes on transit or driving. But if I'm at Broadview Station, it's 15 minutes on the train. And I'm like, this is crazy. So yeah, I guess you had access.
I was in like an incredible location.
Do you miss it?
No, because I think I just got like obsessed with like the East End now.
How come? Because of this place?
I think I like this place, but I think like I don't know, like I can walk to the Distillery District. I really like the like Queen East.
Yes, like right across the bridge.
Yeah. And that just is like a fun little neighborhood. So I think yeah, it's cool. Like you have to like live in an area before you find out like what all the cool stuff is.
I agree. I feel the same. Like I moved here not really knowing what it's like, and I love it. And there's just so much grass everywhere. And we can still go to the West End like whenever, but like at nighttime it feels like it gets a little spooky.
Yeah.
Over there, but here. Okay, have you been to the Portlands yet?
Yes, because there's that new park on the way to Cherry Beach.
Yes.
I love. Like, I know it still has a ways to come, but I'm so excited about that area.
Dude, it's gotten so nice. Like, because they have the one area that they've opened with, like, that big owl statue.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I've walked those paths, like, with my dogs. But then, yeah, they opened the new part, and I've kind of been in there a little bit. It's so nice, and they have, like, bathrooms there. Like, it's a whole ass
Okay, I think they've opened more since I was down there. Okay.
It's so nice.
Yeah. And then they're getting like more transit coming on.
Yes.
So
they're really building it up. It's kind of like, did you ever go to Ontario Place when it wasn't Ontario Place anymore, but it was like a park?
No.
It was so nice. It's like, that's kind of what the vibes are of the new part of the Portlands. But then Ford like took away Ontario Place and like wrecked it. But before that it was lovely.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think like the whole East End of Toronto is going to be like 100 times better over the next like couple decades.
I agree. Do you think more people are going to start coming here?
Well, I hope more people can just afford to live here that are already here, and it becomes more like what it used to be. Like,
yeah. What did it like used to be though?
Like it used to just be like if you wanted to move to Toronto, you just like move to Toronto. And now I think a lot of people feel like if you're not on your path to being rich, like you have to leave town.
Yeah.
Or like people will have the energy to make it work when they're young, and then they'll just be like, I can't do this anymore. Yeah. And people who always would have been a Toronto person are back in like the places they grew up, or
because they can't afford it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I kind of feel the same. I wish it wasn't such a grind all the time for like a small shitty place. And it's like I feel grateful that I have a roommate that's like consistent and that I can like trust.
Yeah.
It's like people who move to the city from like buttfuck nowhere to live in a place with like 3 random strangers, like good for you, man. That's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like some of the roommate stuff, like it's just
spooky,
you people
man.
Like reaps and goblins.
Have you ever had a bad one?
No, I had like I had to get roommates again when I was in my 30s. I remember being like pretty bummed about it, but then I got like 2 pretty normal girls. Nice. But one of them, like she was telling me like her last roommate was like on drugs and like stealing her stuff. Fuck. And I was like, I can't imagine like you have a drug addict in your house.
You just have to live there and like do your laundry there and like eat there. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I hate that.
And I don't have the mental health to not have like a comfortable home where I can recharge. I don't think anyone does long term.
Yeah, me neither. I don't know. I've never had a really shit roommate situation, and I don't know anyone personally who has, so I'm very grateful.
Yeah.
Yeah. My actually my older sister, she was living in a place in like Burlington, and her roommate was great. This girl, I don't know, like Rebecca or something. But Rebecca's boyfriend was like a piece of shit. And like he would eat my sister's food. What? And then Rebecca would text Renee, my sister, and be like, I'm so sorry, Mike ate your food, but don't worry, I'll replace it for you. And I'm like, why are you his mommy? Like, it was so crazy.
I've never had a boyfriend I had to apologize for.
That's so funny.
That's when it's time to be single.
Have you had like good boyfriends typically?
Yeah.
That's good.
I think, like, obviously it never worked out and I'm single again. Yeah. But I don't think
that's even, I think quality over, like, duration of time is better.
I feel like people that, like, when I look back, and also I have time distance from everyone now, where I can be like, oh, I'm glad, like, I learned things from that person. I hope they have a great, do you have?
Most of my boyfriends, like, have been great.
What's your type in a man?
I don't know. I don't know. I kind of like a shithead. Like, that, like, looks like a shithead, but is, like, a sweetie. Do you know what I mean? Like, I like someone who looks a little, like they're hot, but, like, they're a little rough around the edges, in a way. Yeah. I feel like people who are... Guy. Kind of, yeah. I feel like people who are too buttoned up, I feel a little, like, I don't want to, like, get my fingerprints on your nice things. You know what I mean? But, yeah,
Funny guys?
Funny guys. I love that you asked me what my type was. I just went immediately to looks. Yeah, funny guys, just like sweet guys who like will kind of like tease me a little bit. Like, you know how you have like a friend where you guys can like talk shit to each other. Like that kind of banter, I guess. But yeah,
I like to be able to vent.
Fair.
I feel like I'm overly positive with a lot of people because I feel like I'm not allowed to complain and I'm not allowed to be mean.
Yeah.
So, like, with my very close people, they have to be people who are, like, a shit talker. So I can just say a bunch of unhinged stuff.
I love that.
And, like, I can be like, and that's why that person should die. And they'll be like, you're
sure.
right. Death is the only way. And then it's gone and I'm, I don't feel judged.
Yeah. I think that is a huge, like, need. I kind of get that way when I've become comfortable with someone and I'm like, I feel like I can say horrible fucking shit to you and it's safe and you're not gonna like tell anyone or worry about it and then we just like move on with dinner. I don't know.
Do you love gossip?
I love gossip within my close circle, but I don't love gossiping with just like an acquaintance, I feel like it's an easy way to, like, put my foot in my mouth. Yeah. And also, I just feel like it's bad juju. Like, yeah. I don't judge people who do it. I had to actively work on not doing it because I felt like I would do it very easily. And it made me not feel good about myself because I think I was just noticing when I was acting out of insecurity.
Oh.
And so I was like, okay, maybe I'll just, like, try to hold that in a bit more and just, like, save it for, like my sisters or like my close friends. Like I have close friends outside of comedy who I'll like talk comedy shit to and like comedy drama to and I'm like, this is safe because you don't know these people. And,
yeah.
Like, so I really like that. Or just like my close confidants and I'll do it.
I do think there's like a big thing with like when someone's removed from it because if
Yeah.
say like I hear something about your breakup and then I tell my sister who doesn't know you.
Yeah.
My first judgment of it might have been like, so I guess Kaya's a bitch. But like it doesn't matter because she doesn't know you. So but if I say that to someone in this scene and then it's like they take it like, well, I guess Kaya's not a very nice person and then they put that energy on you when they interact with you. Now I've like fucked up your life, but like I was just saying like I heard a thing and then I said a thing.
Exactly. It's like I might not even mean the shit I'm saying. It might not feel very deep to me, but I'm just saying something and then you're right, like I say something about like I'm trying to think of a name where there's no Tinas in the scene. Like I say like something about Tina and then you have this like kind of opinion of her now or this bias where it's like everything she says you're kind of like, oh, but I heard she's like a homewrecker or whatever, blah blah blah, and it's like I don't even know Tina that well, so yeah, I think it's plus like I said, I think it just comes out of insecurity. I hate when people talk a lot of shit about other people's like sets on stage, like unless it's like really explicit or racist or like just like in bad taste. Like why do you care what other people are doing with their stage time?
Yeah.
Just like let them roll.
I feel like I have more grace for people now because I think when you first see someone say something on stage, you take it so seriously.
Yeah.
Like that's who they are and that is what they think. And then you realize like they're trying to find something. So sometimes they say it too heavy or not enough and it's an unfinished work. So it's like, I don't know, like if you ask me to read your short story, I'm not like, I don't treat that like the finished work. Like it's a work in progress.
And like stand-up is always kind of a work in progress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's also easier, like the more you've seen a comic, the more you kind of know who they are overall. So if they come off really rude or not funny, you know they are funny.
Yeah.
So.
Or it can be like the opposite. If you've seen someone go over and over again and then you're like, maybe I don't have a problem with your set. I'm kind of going back on what I said now. It's like, maybe I don't have a problem with the set, but maybe I just don't like you as a performer. Like, I don't like your act. This does sound bad. Maybe, I don't know. You can keep everything. I just don't want to feel like I'm being shitty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you don't come across that way at all.
Perfect.
Do you think you learn from watching other people perform?
I definitely did when I first started. I think okay, like here's an example. When I was in like my first year and I would go to Poorhouse Mike and I bombed and the crowd was like, I don't want to blame the crowd ever obviously, but the crowd was kind of like tight and shit and like I still bombed, whatever.
Yeah.
And then Dave Luca went up like shortly after me. And he was doing so good. And even though the crowd wasn't, like, super responsive, he was killing. And his energy just, like, never wavered. He was just, like, consistent through the whole thing. And I took that as a really good lesson of, like, keeping your shit together. And just, if you're feeling insecure about it, like, don't show it. Because it's, like, people don't want to watch someone who's, like, insecure babbling on stage. But, yeah, that was, like, one moment for me where I was like, oh, that's like a good rule to kind of follow.
Yeah.
Or just a good technique to follow. But
as I'm
doing it more, I've like talked to like pros who are doing it for like 20 plus years and they're so good and it's clear that it's time. It's like with time you get to that level and there's nothing in terms of like practice or like quick like cheats or whatever. It is just time that you put in. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that a lot.
Yeah.
Also, so much nostalgia when you mentioned Poorhouse.
Oh my god. It was like I liked the restaurant. It was huge and like the wood paneled walls and stuff.
There were so many corners of it.
Yeah.
And everyone was trying to get on Danny's contest.
Yes.
So like you would get people you never saw throughout the week. Everyone was showing up. So it was like I feel like you were seeing like the whole scene.
It was
shoved
like in
into
everyone's
this one
spot. Yeah.
Danny is such a character.
Yeah.
I want him back doing that again.
Yeah, like did he leave the city?
No, I think he's been hosting stuff in like on Church Street maybe.
Okay. This is what we were talking about before where we're just like I'm not locked in.
Yeah.
I don't have my ear to the ground.
I'm
glad he's
and I feel like but also whatever he's doing there's nothing right now that's pulling everyone in this scene to it, so we're not seeing each other all together a lot.
Yeah, I kind of missed that. Do you ever did you remember when he was doing that like hot guy show?
Yes.
That was so funny.
I wish I'd gone out to see that.
Me too. I love it because it's like there's so many like all girl shows. I'm like, obviously there's a lot of all guy shows, but this one was so just like intentional.
Should we host a hot guys show?
At what point is that sexual harassment? You know what I mean? Where we're like picking, we're like, you're allowed on and you're allowed on. And it's going to be hosted in Karen's apartment.
I should just host like a man show.
Man show.
Top male comic.
Yes.
Contest.
I actually love that. Comic contest, but only
and then there's like
one
a
gender.
panel of 5 women to decide like who is the greatest male comic.
Yeah, but they're all just like, they're listening to like noise canceling headphones. We're not actually listening to your sets. We're just like, I don't like the way your face looks. This is terrible.
Okay, so we're coming to the end.
Okay.
Is there anything you have coming up that you want to plug?
I'm doing a weekend in Ottawa at Laugh Lounge with Lindsay Endersby, my love.
I love Endersby.
I love
She's
Endersby.
so funny.
She's so funny. She's so sweet. But yeah, we're doing that August 21st to the 23rd. So yeah, if you know anyone in Ottawa, tell them or come.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for being on, Kaya.
Thanks for having me.